I've got some time here before I have to start work tonight, so figured I would go ahead and knock a suggested deck out of the way. If I sound different at all, it's because I actually have a new microphone now. It is the HyperX Quadcast S. I'm actually a fan of it. Hold on, I gotta fix something on it. Okay, why is it doing that? There we go. Okay. It was on a different setting for some reason. I just switched it to omnidirectional. But anyway, that out of the way. Got a deck here by user who goes by the name of, well, user Psi2 Few2 WC4V. Got a big old K on their profile icon. Still gonna run the generator. Let me do that really quick. I just woke up right now, if you couldn't tell, by the way. That's why I'm a little bit kind of jet lagged, if you want to call it that, and a little bit all over the place. Alright, so first free battle, 23. Against Kefla. I feel like we did this one recently, but oh well. Anyway, let's just go over the deck really quick. So first up we have figure 704. Dragon Ball Superhero Gohan. He did not give me any suggested dupes or character skills, so I did whatever the hell I felt like. Maxed him out into attack, gave him attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and ultimacation every turn. Next we have VX85. I went ahead and I put 4 into attack and 6 into speed. It's got attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and ultimacation on every turn. Next we have figure 204. I maxed him out in attack. He's got more than enough speed. Attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and ultimacation on every turn. Next up we have Gogeta, Super Saiyan. Possibly the best L1 unit in the game, just for speed. I maxed him out in attack. He's got more than enough speed. Gave him attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and ultimacation on every turn. And then we have EX21. I went ahead and put 4 into attack and 6 into speed. Attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and ultimacation on every turn. Let's get right into our first fight here. So my goal is to almost at all times be putting down Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Not Goku, Gogeta. They need to be going on the field at all times, I think. And just because he's got a stacking skill, I'm going to say Gogeta Super Saiyan as well. That's already one huge downside I'm seeing to this deck. I'm seeing 2 trigger squares not being utilized at all. I think, anyway. Let me double check. Okay, my bad. It's... Hold on. Nope, it is 2. Bottom right and back middle. That's really not good in my opinion, but we're gonna roll with it anyway. Alright, I guess we're doing this. I haven't really seen a whole lot of this Gohan, but I've seen what he can do. I would think he's at least very viable for player versus player. So I would say give him a go, just because he ignores defense. That's a really handy thing to have, especially with all the SEC teams running around. Goku, I would say, is viable, but probably not as ideal, just for the speed factor, really. Because with Goku, both are decent, but the problem with both of them is one is a bit too slow, the other one is fast, but doesn't have as much oomph to it, which would be this one. So you really have to make use of ODU skills to get a lot more speed and attack for either of them. Do that though, and either one is perfectly fine for PvP. Plus, it has a really good... I would say both have a very decent-ass posing skill. Continuously buffing his own attack and his allies' attack. Gaku's very great for that. I don't think he boosts as high as Caulifla, though. Let's actually look at that. I'm curious about that. Only thing is that, of course, Caulifla, she's getting rid of a lot of her defense, which could hurt you. Tone attack, 350, tone defense, 300 attack to all allies, 500 attack when you defeat an opponent. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, the cost of 350. I was reading that wrong. Meanwhile, Goku... So if you're looking for a safer option, Gaku's probably going to be your go-to. But if you really want to get a hell of a lot more damage, you're going to want to use Caulifla. Absolutely. Gaku's not bad, but with Caulifla around, I think he's kind of fallen out of favor. Alright, next up, Free Battle 8. Yay, it's my favorite villain of the franchise. Freaking love Janemba. Super Janemba specifically. I don't really care for much for the fat one. Gogeta ought to be fine here. That's the, SR Janemba. And it's Saiyaman. Do you really expect Saiyaman to do much? Damn, really? That didn't do it? Gogeta might be in trouble here. Hopefully this one-shots. Okay, good. I think, sadly, I may end up losing Super Gogeta here. Damn, yeah. That Gotenks is still really solid, I think. Probably what I should have done is had out the, Dragon Ball Super Gohan instead. But, oh, well, we'll do that now. And unfortunately, because the AI really wants to get rid of my Gogeta, prick, I'm losing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here to Saiyaman. That's embarrassing. Hopefully I am sounding a lot better now, though, because for the longest time I was using my Blue Yeti Snowball. I got that ages ago. That mic, very old. And it was starting to give me problems recently, so I kind of felt the need to replace it. I could have also used my mouthpiece that comes with my headset, but it sounds like ass. And I know a lot of you probably don't want to hear an ass-sounding mic, so sucked it up and I got me a new one. I was going to replace the Snowball at some point anyhow. Now, while we're doing this, I actually have a bit of a really stupid story time that happened to me last night. I could not believe it. So, as you all know, I work dispatch and roadside assistance, right? There are some calls where I'm trying to dispatch for a customer, and I'll keep calling providers like all around within an area, and many of them won't answer. Because overnights, that's unfortunately the nature of it. So I dialed more than several different providers in Oklahoma City last night. I shit you not, 3 different providers I called had a Rick Roll's theme playing. And by that I mean, of course, Rick Astley. You know, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. That stupid song. Pissed me the hell off. So then I told my team lead about it, and I told him, bruh, I'm dialing all these providers. I got Rick rolled 3 different times. Oklahoma City won't stop messing with me. So then my team lead, who's much older by the way, he goes, what the hell is Rick rolled? And I'm just like, oh my god. So yeah, that was fun. God, that sucked. And to add insult to injury, I was hoping and praying for a miracle, and the provider I wound up finding actually had miracle in their frickin' title. Just the perfect blend of FML right there. Anyway. So, Free Battle 49. Pissed me off so much. I mean, it was kind of funny, but at like some point, you just want to get a move on. I was in that call for like 40 minutes or so just trying to find somebody, for fuck's sake. And a lot of you are probably calling bullshit. Let me tell you, I wish I was making that up. I've called providers before who had Bohemian Rhapsody playing before. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. That one. From, Queen. Obviously, I can't sing. Like, first time that whole Rick Astley thing happened to me, I'm like, oh, okay. Second time it happened to me, I'm like, bruh, come on. Like, what the fuck's going on with Oklahoma City? Third time it happened to me, I'm like, god damn it! Like, I was surely getting trolled at that point. But anyway, I quit bitching about that. Oh, this Piccolo's really beefy. Really sucks ass that they double stacked like that. Oh, you freaking asshole, double stacking again. It's funny because this just happened last match. You'd think I would have learned to put down the Gohan first. Let's see, this Gogeta one-shot the Toa. Nope. Doing some great damage at least. Very impressive that Goku's hitting that hard. Considering his attack number he started off with. That is another really great thing about his posing skill though. Doing 5% more damage each turn. See, the only thing I really don't like about that is it doesn't apply to, like, his allies as well. It's why I personally think Khalifa is slightly better. And unfortunately, it looks like I might lose him here. Never mind, Gohan's going at it. Christ, you did 14k there? Was not expecting that. Let's see, where are we at in recording? I think that's actually a good spot to call it. I gotta get ready for work here in a bit anyway. Alright, well, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna go and get some, I would say food here. I almost said rest for some reason. I got a long shift ahead of me tonight. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.